What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gene from POV Drives. Today we're going to be looking at 2024 Subaru Forester Touring Edition. Let's take a look around the vehicle and under the hood. After that we're going to go for a drive. Now this vehicle features full LED fog lights and LED headlights. Cool thing about these headlights is that they actually turn once you start making movements with the steering wheel. So if you're going around the curb, you're making a left, the headlights are going to turn left. If you're making a right, the headlights are going to turn right. I think white is the best color for this vehicle. Since this is a fully loaded model, it comes with this pretty good looking wheels. Let's see, the tires are Falcon ZIEX ZE001 RS, or I'm sorry, AS, and the tire size is 225 55 18s. So these are 18-inch wheels. All right, so that's about the tires. One thing I do like is that there's no kind of antennas on the vehicle that make it look like it came from the 90s. There is a GPS antenna on top of the vehicle, but it's a shark fin antenna, so it doesn't really stand out like an eyesore. White, as I mentioned before, this is a white pearl. As you can see, the pearlescent glow on the sun when the sun hits the paint, which makes it look very nice. Since this is a touring model, which is the top model for this vehicle, you have a silver trim on the bottom, which makes it look blends in well, I would say. Also for this vehicle, black is also a good color. Every other color, I think it kind of a little off. Now let's take a look at the trunk space. It's an automatic liftgate once you push the button. In this vehicle we have this, I call this grocery cover. It is retractable. You have decent amount of space in the vehicle. You also have buttons on each side that do this to the seats. So basically it's a seat release button. And the cool thing is that it is on each side. And now if you move your front seats a little bit forward, they will go flat and you have this humongous trunk space. Cool thing about Subaru is that, let's say when you option your vehicle with like an upgraded floor mats or upgraded rear view mirror, you get the base mirror with the car. So this is the base mirror, and this was included in the car, as well as the floor mats. So that's pretty cool in my humble opinion. We're also gonna take a look at the rear seat space and the driver's side space. Now you can push this button and it will lower itself. The cool thing about this liftgate is that you can program how high you want it to open. Meaning if you have a garage, for example, with a low ceiling, you can program it that it doesn't go above the car's height, which is cool. Now let's finish the walk around and we're gonna take a look under the engine and then space and window sticker. I mean under the hood, not under the engine. I mean, we can actually look under the engine. There you go, that's what you get. You guys asked for it. But to open the hood, you will have to find a latch under the Subaru badge. One negative I will say is that it's a prop. Like, come on, 2024, on a $40,000 vehicle, you still have to freaking use a prop. Annoying, right? And that's the engine, a basic engine. This is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated Subaru Boxer engine, obviously a 4-cylinder. Not much really you can see. There's no turbos or superchargers. Pretty cool that you have an oil filter right here at the top. There's a battery. Really, what I kind of like about it is that it's a good balance, meaning it is not completely exposed, but it's also not completely covered up. You do have soundproof material and fire retardant material over here. Look at these welds. They even covered up the welds with some kind of foam paste substance. That's pretty cool. I feel like Subaru does a decent job, and that's what you get under the hood. Now let's close this. Let's take a look at the space. Now I am 6'3", okay, and when I get in this car, the seat moves back ridiculously far. I feel like if I was 6'9", I will still be able to fit in this vehicle, which is pretty cool. This vehicle features Harman Kardon speakers, and notice how this door closes very kind of, I would say, not really a soft close, because it doesn't pull itself in, but it doesn't have that thump where it sounds like it's a freaking truck, you know, 50 years old. So it does have that hollow sound, which is pretty good in my opinion. Now let's move the seats back so I can show you guys all the trunk space. I mean, not all the interior space. And this is how you move the seats. They click in their latch. So now I moved my seat back pretty far, right? When I was driving this vehicle, as I mentioned previously, I am 6'3", and look at this. I'm still able to sit, and I'm okay. Yeah, my knees are touching the seat in front of me, but they're not pushing into it, so they're barely touching the leather. Obviously, I can move this seat forward and still be comfortable as a driver and still be comfortable as a passenger. The back seat also reclines back if you wish to do so. In this vehicle, you also have USB ports in the back. Not USB-C, but USB-A ports, which is a bummer, because a lot of new phones, tablets, and computers have USB Type-C. You also have heat for the rear seats, heating function, which is pretty cool. In this vehicle, you also have this, I guess you can call it panoramic sunroof, because this is not the regular sunroof. So you do have, and it's really not fully panoramic. What would you guys call this? This is like a balance, right, between panoramic and between the regular sunroof. I kind of think this is a perfect size for the sunroof, so not too bad. So let's take a look how this door closes, because what I think Subaru did is they definitely did a lot of padding on the inside of the vehicle, so that way the door is not light, but it's also not heavy. It's perfectly balanced. This is my first impression, is that it doesn't have that hollow tin can sound, which is big thing when I look at cars. To me, that means this vehicle is made properly. Like, it's not a high-end car, it's not a race car, but you know what, it has cool gauges, and it has really upscale material for the price point, especially in this market, you know, in 2024. For $40,000, there's really not many other vehicles that will be this well equipped. And the sound is really good. So now, let's exit this vehicle. Let's take a look at the window sticker. Now, my videos are not scripted, so if I stutter sometimes, you guys please forgive me, because I'm just freestyling this. That's the way to do it, right? So let's take a look at this window sticker. The window sticker is, let's see, Subaru Forester. That's the star rating for the crash results. This is a Touring edition. These are all standard equipment for this vehicle. And this is the optional equipment for this vehicle. So there's only very few options for this vehicle that it came with. All-weather floor liners, rear seat back protector, splash guards, exterior and interior auto dimming mirrors, transportation charge, and the total comes to $39,978 before any kind of discounts that may or may not be applicable. Let's take a look at the MPGs. The MPGs declared by the manufacturer, they're saying that you're gonna have 29 combined, 26 city, and 33 highway. And your annual fuel cost is gonna be approximately $1,800.50. So $1,850. All right, this is as far as the window sticker goes. Let's take a look at the menu. Let's take a look at how it starts up and what are you guys gonna see. Let's see how quickly it loads. It loads up decently quick. We're gonna agree. Hopefully not selling our soul. This is the menu that you're gonna have. It is, I will say, pretty responsive for an OEM screen. Really no complaints. You kind of have to push in, because I think the glass is kind of thick, so you do have to actually make full contact with the screen in order for that to function. You are, self-explanatory, right? Phone, map, radio, media, apps. You can download different apps. You can connect Android Auto, CarPlay, some kind of AHA, Subaru Starlink. Now, Subaru Starlink is it's like GM's OnStar. I think it costs $99 for 3 years for like a premium whatever package, where you're able to remote start, lock, unlock, and locate the vehicle, and also have some settings as far as if your child is driving the vehicle and you don't want them to speed and things like that. You can limit basically driving abilities. One cool thing that before I switch over, you can also press the home button and it will return you to the main screen. You can you have hard buttons for maps, radio, apps, and media, which is pretty good. In my humble opinion, I like the buttons much better than the digital screens that everybody's moving to.